For more on all of this, we are pleased to be joined by the former Lieutenant Governor of New York, Betsy McCaughey. Betsy Skyping in from New York City tonight. And from Los Angeles via Skype, our good friend, political commentator Michael Reagan. Michael, of course, the author of the book, Lessons My Father Taught Me, The Strength, Integrity, and Faith of Ronald Reagan. And as always, you can find and follow Michael on Twitter. His handle is @ReaganWorld. Thanks to you both for your time tonight on Newsmax Prime. Michael, at the top of this broadcast, we played a comment from Donald Trump referencing your father's tax plan and announcing his own. What do you think about Donald's revised tax plan?
I think Donald was on point today. He was on message, and I thought to myself as I was listening to it, he should keep that message, and all he has to do is change the town or the city that he's in fact speaking to. And that's what he needs to do, and stay with that message. It'll bypass the dominant media, and it'll give people a reason to listen to him, because basically when it comes down to it, when we vote in November, it's going to be about our pocketbook. It always is about the economy, stupid.
So, Betsy, watching that speech, Donald Trump gave an outstanding delivery of some good ideas. The leftists in the crowd interrupted it 14 times, but Mr. Trump basically kept his cool and stuck to the script.
That's right. And let me point out that the most important line in that speech was when he promised that no business would pay more than 15% of its income in taxes. Lowering the corporate tax rate is the key issue in this campaign, and the corporate tax rate in America is now the highest in the developed world, 35%, and it's what's destroying our economy, our competitiveness. And yet soon after the speech, Hillary Clinton was already bashing Trump, claiming that she wants to make corporations pay their fair share. So this is a competition between pro-growth policies and the politics of envy and class warfare.
Well, it wasn't only Hillary Clinton. As much as I'd like to stay on economics, you see, there's a former CIA operative and a guy who just to a short time ago was the Republican House Staff Director. Evan McMullen is his name. He enters the presidential race today as an independent. ABC News caught up with him, and here's what he had to say.
Donald Trump is defeating himself. He is ensuring that Hillary Clinton is elected. It's clear to me that he is a weak candidate. Trump is weak. And in fact, I question whether he actually has the stamina to complete the race. He is ensuring that Hillary Clinton win this election.
So Betsy, you hear that guy, and all he does is mouth off about Trump.
That's right. He's a crazy guy. And let's hope he disappears as quickly as he appeared.
You know, if I could jump in here for a minute, JD.
Sure.
He's not running for president. He's running to elect Hillary Clinton the president of the United States of America. That is why he is running. He's not qualified in the states he needs to be qualified in to even get votes. So he's not running for president. If you think that Donald Trump's a narcissist, this guy has it in spades.
Well, the other thing, and I mentioned it earlier, Betsy, the fact that another letter comes out late this afternoon, 50 top GOP, quote, national security experts sign a letter just bashing Trump, saying he's a threat to national security. The lead signature belongs to a guy who's been on this program quite a bit, General Michael Hayden. How on earth can these guys who allegedly care about national security reconcile this criticism with Trump with the fact that they're going to do this? Basically is an endorsement of Hillary.
That's right. Hillary Clinton, who was Secretary of State, endangered our welfare, endangered our national security, and is directly responsible for the loss of life in Benghazi.
Well, Michael,
and the other thing
go ahead.
is, if I could jump in,
sure.
Nobody who's elected president of the United States really has all of the knowledge. What you hope for when you elect a president, that they're smart enough to put the right people around them to make the right decisions at that level of government. So I really think the letter is just, again, it's a silly letter. These people are all going to elect Hillary. They're not happy for whatever reason, but the reality of it is anybody who's elected president is going to need to have the best at that level. My father did. I hope the next president does too.
Well, Donald Trump, as we mentioned, stayed on message and also directed his rhetorical fire at Hillary Clinton using some of her own words against her. Let's watch and listen.
Recently, at a campaign event, Hillary Clinton short-circuited, you know this, you've heard this one. Hillary Clinton short-circuited again, to use a now famous term, when she accidentally told the truth and said that she wanted to raise taxes on the middle class.
What about that, Betsy? Nothing better than skewering your opponent with their own words.
In all seriousness, I'm beginning to wonder whether Hillary Clinton has a neurological problem, perhaps related to one of her injuries, because she keeps confusing words. She confused Donald Trump with husband a few days ago, and then she made this slip. And, this is an indication that her health may not be all it's cracked up to be.
Well, one thing, the health of the nation jeopardized, Michael, and the health of our ability to get intelligence information. The Iranian nuclear scientist just executed. Apparently information about him was in email that ended up on Hillary's server. You have a few thoughts on that. We've got about 1:30 remaining.
Well, unlike the nuclear guy in Iran, the email issue is never going to die. And it's because of issues like this. A couple of years ago, I was out tweeting saying, the way that everybody's going to get into the White House, into the Congress of the United States, is going to be through the server that Hillary has in her home. Everybody scoffed at me, and I will tell you, I think we're learning more and more every day that there's a lot of people who are looking at Hillary's emails. Maybe this didn't happen the way it's being reported, but maybe it also did. Maybe Hillary was at fault with her server.
Betsy, final 30 seconds are yours.
Well, the story isn't over yet. There's plenty to come out yet about what was on her server and what was erased from her server.
Betsy McCaughey, former lieutenant governor of New York, Skyping in tonight from New York City, and Michael Reagan, noted political commentator and author of the bestseller Lessons My Father Taught Me, The Strength, Integrity, and Faith of Ronald Reagan. Thanks to you both for your time tonight on Newsmax Prime. And now this programming reminder, if you watch Newsmax TV on DirecTV, we will be moving our prime time programs to channel 366 in another week. But you can begin watching us there right now, so check us out on DirecTV channel 366. When we come back, one of my old buddies, Kansas Secretary of State Chris Kobach, on what the left is doing with voter registration laws there. Stay tuned.